Hey guys, welcome back. This is the eighth round of the Brazil Chess Series tournament. I believe, I lost 3 games so far, and I had won 4 games, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think so. So here I was. Was that what happened? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, here I was playing white against a kid as well. I think he's like maybe 13, 14. And I really wanted to win this game so that I could get some rating. But yeah, so d4, d5, I play the Catalan. He goes into the Catalan, and I was looking at some lines. This is just normal Catalan stuff. And the move here is d4. And here I confuse myself because there are some lines which you can play knight g5 to take with this knight. This is not one of them. I still did. I confused myself because he can play e3 and yeah, like bishop e7, then like c5 so eventually, and then I get the hanging pawn structure not very good. He didn't do that. He just developed his bishop. So here I should have taken with this knight, so there's no h6. But I again confused myself. So I took with the other knight, and against h6 I have to trade. I really wanted to win this game, so I was trying to avoid trades when possible. And here, computer says to sack a pawn. I'm not sacking a pawn here. Not happening. Like rook d1, 25. Yeah, maybe this was interesting. Uh, my pieces are more active than his for sure. Let's say h5, takes takes. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like there was any reason to do this, so I went back. I have to protect my pawn. And here I knew I had messed up, and here positions are already equal. And he plays c5. If I take, he will take the bishop. I didn't really feel like I should do that. Just play rook d1. King c8 makes sense. Had he played here, I would have played bishop f4. So king c8, h3, and now he's going to build a battery. Here I was looking at 2 moves. I was between queen d2 and queen b3. I if it's so queen e2 is better than queen e3, so that I can develop my bishop. Because if I play here, he's just going to build a battery. That's what's going to happen. And then I won't be able to really develop my bishop very well, and I won't also be able to play b3. And yeah, so I chose to go queen e2. So he builds the battery. I developed my bishop, and here I thought I was in like quite a bit of pressure. I knew that he had this idea of going back. I didn't really comment before, but my idea of playing h3 here was to so that when I played bishop 3, there was no knight g4. And this was also an inaccuracy. I should have just played queen e2 preemptively, which makes sense. It really does make sense. Yeah. So we got to this position, and maybe here I should probably have just played takes like right here. I don't know, maybe say b5, should knight takes, rook takes. Yeah, what? Rook f5. Okay. Yeah, it's just that sometimes he is able to trade the knight and drop back. So I did not feel like it was interesting to trade the bishop. So I just played b3. I took. He played rook here. I improved my other rook. Maybe I could have also just played bishop e3. Now he's trying to go for this idea. Uh, Thing is, this idea doesn't quite work. So had he played knight here, I would have took and like took, takes rook here, and probably draw. too many pieces are traded. But here I can actually take, because if he takes here, I can play f3, and against h takes, I play king takes, and apparently I'm fine. That did not cross my mind because I was scared of like him taking in some positions of like him taking and then going bishop here, but I would just trap his bishop, you know. So yeah, I just played h4, uh, so that his knight would not be able to go to the square when he traded. Takes, and now I offer a trade. He takes, and he offers an exchange of queens. And here I I did something you can't do because I really didn't want to show my move, but I just played queen takes, and I offered a draw. And before showing my move, and he said, "What's your move?" He said like, "Make your move first," and I took and offered the draw. Maybe this endgame is a little bit better for me because I have two extra pawns. Now, if you can see the duration of the video, you will see that he did not take the draw here. So, yeah, takes, and now knight takes, and here I offer a draw. He thought for like 15 minutes, and he chose to move on. I was not happy about a draw, but he chose to continue playing. I was like, okay, let's keep playing then. Maybe sometimes, maybe this 2-on-1, 2-on, 3-on-2 can be something. But yeah, my knight has no easy access to the position, and his knight does sometimes. Yeah. So I just play 93. I was between 93 and King F1. I did not quite know the difference between those moves. I just play 93. Uh, yeah, now he plays 95, and I was like, okay, let's just bring the king. And here he made some a move that I thought was really weird because I was like, okay, uh, I don't think that's a good move because I just play rook c2 and I'm trying to double. Okay, then he made another weird move. I was like, okay, am I not winning your knight? But then I was like, oh, okay, if I do this, he would just go back. I do this, he doubles. If I takes, he goes back. Okay, that's okay. So I just doubled. There's nothing better to do. When he doubled, I was like, wait, if I play here, he can actually just play knight c1. Because I was like, my rook is only defended one time and there are two attackers. So if the king moves, or if the rook takes, I'm cooked. And here I thought it was fine still because I was just able to like go back, but actually not because this pawn is falling. So yeah, but then I was like, oh, maybe I can do that as well. Here I actually played a brilliant move. Computer says it's brilliant. It's my first brilliant move in a classical chess, and it's 95. Yeah. So 95. Let's look at everything. If pawn takes, I I take the knight, and I'm winning a pawn. Or at the very least, maybe he's pushing, but I'm bringing my king, and spawn's weak. Yeah, isolated pawn. I'll bring my king. Should be good. Okay. Uh, if yeah, if he does nothing, I'll take the knight. And if he moves somewhere he can't move, like here, I can play check. And if he takes, I take. So yeah, there are always these two checks here in the position, these two, and I'm always like trying to. So I'm using the pin, those two pins. Like there's this pin and there's the other pin. So yeah, this is the best move. And I saw that he didn't have to lose material, but this the variation that he plays what I saw. I'm very happy I was able to calculate all that. Just I don't quite see the difference between 95 and 95. I consider obviously just pushing before, but then he can ignore. He can yeah, he can just ignore. Kf8. If b takes, yeah, I'm losing a pawn. Uh, no, actually not, because then he'll have to take afterwards. But still, no reason to do that. Yeah, and against 95, I also consider this. Sorry. But yeah, then there's also D4, and this is more complicated than the other position. So yeah, I play against knight c5. I play knight here. He can't take. If he takes, I check. And now the knight is defending the rook. So king here, we trade everything. And at first, when I was looking at my hand before, my idea was to play knight c6. Knight c6 is the best move. Actually, not. Computer likes knight c8 better now. But I really don't know. I am unable to tell the difference. My idea here that against knight c. So the thing is, I get activity. Now that's the whole point of the move. I don't win material, but I get activity, and he will have to make some concession. And this 3-on-2 with the knights, maybe sometimes I can win if I create some weak structure. So yeah, knight c8, I saw that he had to push this move. And I saw that due to the position of the knight, so knight c8, let's consider first what I didn't play, which was what I was considering before first. Just now computer thinks it's the best move. Knight c6. He has to push either a5 or a6. I would have said that a6 is better, but yeah, here I probably would have pushed b4. And yeah, the thing is, it's hard for him to get to my position. But yeah, because he will have to like move here and then move. But then yeah, it's kind of hard. I'll bring my king. Let's say he moves here. I bring my king. He moves here. Then there's yeah. First of all, here there's this check. This four. So that makes sense why he would want to play. He would want to play a5. Here would have played like a3 maybe, or a3 or king e2. Yeah. Anyways, so I was between those two moves, knight c6, knight c8. My idea with knight c8 is that I'm tying down his knight, and I thought that his king. I don't know. I don't know exactly why. As I said in the other video, I had already played like maybe 3 hours of chess on the other match the same day. But yeah, I was really tired. I was like, okay, the king can never get to my knight. But no, he can just play like king here, king here. But he really can't play king here, and this knight is tied down. Yeah, the knight is tied down to the pawn, but he can play like this. But yeah, anyways, I start bringing my king, and here I always have to yeah. Here I play b4 so that when he does play this and like then this is not. Then I can't go here. Then I tries to get closer. So then here I chose to go with my knight here. Now you have to be kind of careful because my knight can actually get trapped if I'm not careful. But I saw that I can always push b6 and yeah. So let's say knight here, I push b6, he goes, and I'll take here and go back. If he takes, I take with the knight. So let's say knight here. I actually don't know if that's what he played. I don't quite remember. Here, I'll just take. And if takes, yeah, now there's this four. If here, I'm up a pawn. Yeah, so here I we both bring the knights and I bring my king. And now I play c5 because he's trying to trap my knight. If I do any other move, he'll just trap my knight. So c5, he pushes, and now here there was a really good move, which is knight a5. Knight a5 allows my knight to get back into the game however I want to, essentially. And he's not able to play this move, which is very annoying because this move, he's always trying to go here. So yeah, I really should have played that move. Here, I chose to play a move which sort of prevents him from uh, infiltrating my position when he gets the knight to c6. but I should have just not allowed him to get the knight to c6. Would have been much better. So yeah, f4. You can see that their game is equal. I thought I had more chances than him, especially now with the best pawn. The best pawn is pretty advanced. So it's only three squares. Squares. Yeah, so he's threatening my pawn. Obviously, no a5 here, but now my knight is side down as well. Not good. So here I threatened this pawn. What I wanted him to do was to weaken something. Do something. So let's say he plays f5, and now I'm slightly better maybe because I can rotate. I'm getting some squares. It's tough. I knew that he should just be playing f6 so that there's no infiltration here, or just king e7. But I was like, okay, let's see if he makes a mistake. He plays king e7. I bring my king, and now he plays f5. Now f5 with tempo is fine because I just have to go back. But here he plays g6. I was also happy about this move because now I have a way into the position. I can like go into the position completely. So yeah. And I was like, okay, let's shuffle a bit. And sometimes I have this idea of doing this, you know, of offering an exchange. And when we offer the exchange, we actually let's look at e5 here. 5 here, f takes, e takes, yeah. And now I can infiltrate. So yeah, no, this move. Here he could have just shuffled, but I was like, okay, sometimes I will have this move. If from this position, if I can make him like I can try like triangulate somehow. Uh, I was like, okay, maybe I can make this. 'Cause, let's say he played here. Now let's say he goes back. I thought that if the king is here, I actually win because he go this is all forced. Takes, takes. Now king c4 takes here, takes, takes. Push, 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 push. So yeah, you see one like this is tempo by tempo. This whole thing. That's like if I can get into a position in which the king is here and I can offer an exchange and my king is here, but if he just shuffles, no, here, I don't know. Yeah, no, here computer's saying draw again. But if he just shuffle, let's say he goes back, now I'm winning. You see, because I'm bringing my knight back. So yeah, I was like trying to set up this trap. But what he did is he went back with the knight, which is also a mistake because now I can just play knight a5, play knight a5, and I'll push the pawn and infiltrate. And I thought it was like, oh, he should just be resigning. And now here I was between king d4 and c6, and now king d4 is actually the better move because then I can get the knight to a better square. If I play c6 immediately, you just bring the king, and then it's hard. I'm sorry, my bad. Say here I looked at this, I believe, yeah, and now here, yeah, and maybe this was a bit harder. I don't know. So I just play king d4, and now I check him. He has to go this path, but if he doesn't, I'll just play knight c6 regardless. So yeah, knight c6. He checks. I offer an exchange. He obviously can't exchange. And now we get to this position. And here my brain was so fried already. Like so fried. I think there had already been like maybe another 3 hours of game. And I fucked up here. The move I played still wins, but it's really unnecessary. I'll just say it. So there are two ways to win. The one way I calculated, which is just playing 97. But then I was like, I somehow convinced myself out of playing this move. If takes, I'm winning. It's very easy. Just infiltrate out. But I was like, what? I still don't understand why I didn't play this move. But okay. Okay, so uh, there are some ideas, some good ideas. So I can play here. Yeah, okay, Let's show it to you. He has to play Nxf7. That is maybe his only move, knight h7. Otherwise, he just loses a pawn. I'll play knight d4. If he tries to go for a counterplay here, I take with check. And obviously, very much winning. Take with check. Here, I can push d4 here. Even if he takes, I'll just get my knight here. Very simple. You just knight f8, and yeah, anything wins. No way to defend this pawn, and I'm getting my knight here, and so it's good. I'm queenie, I'm just queenie. So the other move, so yeah, there's this move, and here he would not have traded, and here I can actually play knight b6. No, sorry, I can play knight b6, and against knight f6, I can play check here, c7 here, king here. No, no, here's harder because yeah, here because I'm mating pretty much. I'm just yeah, it's over. It's completely over. It's like I don't understand. Now what I played was here, and my idea was to get to this pawn or to this pawn, but I don't understand. So yeah, I offered a repetition, but he obviously doesn't repeat. I wanted to get back to the previous position because I realized Nb7 was winning. Now he infiltrates, and I am getting far harder game. I had no idea what was happening anymore because he's winning this pawn. I'm winning this pawn. I'm losing this pawn. I'm winning all of this. Maybe he can queen. I have no fucking clue what's happening anymore. So I take. That's the only move. 94. I go back. He takes here. I couldn't quite understand. If he does this, I would probably just sack. Take here. And yeah, I'm getting these pawns. Still very complicated. So yeah, he takes there. I have to go king e5 to win the pawns. He takes here. I take king b7. Okay, so here I played 95. He plays a5. I'm obviously not taking because if I take here, can just I'm giving him a way in. Currently taking is fine. He takes a 5. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, I just took for the knight. So here takes. I cannot take the knight because if I do, he's queen. And here he's actually trying the pawn. Except that I thought I had to play king e5. Now knight e4 also. No, this is with check. I'm sorry. This is in a different position. So here now he goes back, which I saw this move. I considered it. Now I go back again to prevent him from forking me so that I can move my knight. And now this. And now I can actually play. Yeah, here I can play knight d4. Yeah, knight d4 is good because no infiltration. And now if knight c3. Oh, is this what I played? No, I played knight g7 trying to win the other pawn. Yeah, that one I made more sense, I guess. Knight d4. Let's look at this. This is nine endgames are really complex. I don't quite understand them, if I'm being honest. Knight c3, taking e5, preventing this. Now this. Yeah, if this knight c2, okay. And now I'm queening this pawn. King is too far. Yeah, would have been better. I decided to go to the other pawn. Now he checks, and now I have to be careful. So here I have to defend the pawn, take stakes, and he's now going to threaten to play knight a2. Still, I can push the pawn. Now he goes like this, and here I can actually just sack the pawn. I should have just calculated this. I had so much time on my clock. I had still like maybe half an hour, but I was so tired. Like this is crazy, dude. Unbelievable. Here I can f6 and check king d5. I don't know. Say pushes a king. No, I don't. I have to go back with the knight. This is so tricky, man. Yeah, b3, f7 here, queens, queens, queen c5, 7. Okay. Yeah, because the knight is hanging on this line. This is so insane, dude. Honestly, yeah. So I chose to go back to protect my pawn, but this is a huge mistake because now I'm losing so much activity. The way he did it is he should have just brought his king. I got scared of losing the pawn, but should have just lost his king, brought his king. Now here, computer's calculating. If king is 3, I may have better chances. But here the big mistake was just going too passive. I should have just. I saw this fork and I was like, okay, I'll just go back. But then yeah, I don't know. My brain glitched. Here yeah, so unfortunate. Yeah, because now his king gets too active. Now here I should have just played. This makes more sense than what I played still. But then against king d5, d4, I takes, say this. Yeah, he's sacking probably. Yeah, he'll bring the king back. Like how he'll be able to sack something. Yeah, it's going to draw. It's just going to draw. But and now I played a couple more moves and then I realized, okay, there's no way I can actually win this because I'll push, but I win the pawn and yeah, my knight is untouchable, but eventually we just sack here. Let's say takes four. It doesn't matter. I can't get to the pawn, and even if he takes my pawn, I'll just go back here. And yeah, so this is how I drew this fucking game. Really, really unfortunate because I played a lot of time. I spent a lot of time in the game, but still, yeah. Overall, I felt like there were some interesting moments. Obviously, 95 here is this is very interesting. I got very happy when I played that. Yeah, here I really no, sorry. Here I really should have played 95. It makes more sense than what I did. F4, because now he can lock the structure. And I saw that he was able to do that, but I was like, okay, we'll figure something out, but there's nothing to figure out if he just plays everything because I can't, I can't make any progress because I would want to make progress like this, but the way it is, I won't be able to make progress. Yeah, now obviously this is a mistake, might be 8, and but yeah, this idea of like, let's say he shuffles and I shuffle, and he shuffles, and playing like this. This is very interesting as well. This idea for infiltrating. Yeah, here there was the easy win, the far easier win, which is just knight f3 or knight d7, and yeah, should have just gone on. Still, very interesting game. I feel like I I know that I have a lot to learn still in my end games, but yeah. So this was the eighth round. I lost some rating points with this draw, but it's fine. I felt like I learned a bit from it, quite a bit, and this was by far my longest classical game so far. But yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.